when we had last left, the god-woken sorcerer, he and his companions finally boarded the Lady Vengeance, a former Divine Order vessel now belonging to none other than the Seekers. Now that they are aboard, it is finally time to, well, set forth on their way to freedom. But first, a couple of things to do. It turns out that Bishop Alexander survived their confrontation. Not only that, but they have to get the ship to move because it is frozen. Sort of, kind of. The ship is kind of alive in a way, and they need to get it moving again. Let's get to it. All right, so let's do an actual, taking stock of what we're supposed to be doing here, because I realized that last episode I was very focused on respecking, so I didn't really put a lot of focus on what it is that we're actually supposed to be doing here. So let's go ahead and just kind of get caught up with our journal here. Okay, I think that's a good way to go. All right, so Lady of War, the ship that we're on. So we need to find out how to control the ship. Made of elven livewood, the Lady Vengeance is conscious but unable to sail. The means to control the ship must be somewhere on board. And it turns out the password for the master cabin is Fortitude. Now, if you don't remember how we got that, it's because we read a bit of a journal entry from a dead sailor. So that's how we got that. We're good on that. Sahila's people. This is something separate. We don't need to worry about that right now. Cursed ring. Don't need to worry about that right now. Okay. Ifan Ben Mezd. We defeated Alexander. Ifan has fulfilled his contract, which we should speak to Ifan about that, come to think of it. In fact, we should probably check in with all our companions. It's been a while since we've actually done a check-in, so we should probably do that. So Chronicles, this is all the stuff that we've completed. Let's not show inactive quests, actually. Okay, just making sure. Okay. Alexander survived. He's locked up unconscious below decks on the Lady Vengeance. We need to speak to him. The Eternal Promise. Don't worry about that. Signs of resistance. The Seeker sees the Lady Vengeance. Now we may find out who we really are and what we should do about it. Yes. So we are entering into Chapter 3, the God-Woken. The ship was immobile, refusing all orders to sail. Malady asked us to remedy the situation, which we are working on. I think we're pretty... So yeah, that's... Let's see here. And we need to eventually find Meister Siva of the Seekers so that she can guide us on our quest. Right? Okay. Who is it that wants us dead? Who knows? We're done with this. So, lots of things to do here. We could investigate the quarters first off, but I think considering that Alexander still lives... Oh yes, I said we were going to check in with our companions. Let's do that.
Missing hat, natty beard, vessel adrift. It's a sea captain's worst nightmare it is.
Okay. What should we do next?
Look, I don't know how to ask you this, but you all right up there?
No.
He punctuates his point by rapping his own head a few times.
We get this tub moving. I mean, what else would we do, mate?
He notes your gaping mouth and slaps you on the back with a guffaw.
You hoping to catch some flies in that maw of yours? I'm joshing you. If you're going to have an adventure, you need to get used to some ribbon, friend. Because let me tell you, if you're not laughing, you're dying.
Okay. Ifan.
It's good to be on the open seas again.
Okay. So we got some things to say. We got a lot of things to say. Oh my god, we should really be more in the habit of checking in with our companions. It's not like in Baldur's Gate 3 where like every other time you go to rest at camp, some companion has something to say. All right. Well, we got a lot of things to say. Let's whistle and tell him that we like his wolf, the one that he can summon.
Me too. Best damn friend a man could have.
He whistles, and the shaggy wolf appears by his side, panting in that way that makes wolves look like they're laughing. The wolf whines and claws at the ground.
I want to pet the wolfie.
Wouldn't try that if I were you.
Oh.
He don't take kindly to strangers. Afrit's been howling at my side a long time now. Good old boy appears anytime I use Source. You should have seen him rampage on the day the Magisters collared me. If you'd seen that, you'd know to keep your fingers as far from his jaws as you could.
Okay, I don't really remember this thing about Roost, but we'll see what he says. I read a book about the Lone Wolves, Claws of Deceit. Was that story about Roost really true?
Ifan looks at you askance, then doubles up, laughing. He wipes tears from his eyes and stutters to speak, but he can't stop laughing enough to do so.
Oh, she was a fine one. You see there, she writes like a cottage innocent, but the truth is, it was she who stole everything from the Chems. And she wrote that whole book to cover her tracks, so nobody would look for the missing gold anywhere near her. She never even met Roost, though she paints quite an accurate picture of his, bedroom antics.
And with that, he's laughing uncontrollably again, waving you away with both hands.
Interesting. And I feel like, again, if this were BG3, obviously if this were BG3, not all of this stuff wouldn't be just like narrated. We would see it actually happening. So I'm really looking forward to Divinity 3, where they apply, where it's going to be interesting to see like how they apply what they did in Baldur's Gate 3, which up until now is the apex of what Larian has done. I don't think anyone can dispute that. The apex of what Larian has done, and apply it to their Divinity. I hate the word franchise so much. We'll just say their Divinity universe. Let's say that, because I don't like the word franchise. Too capitalist. Makes me uncomfortable. Anyway, too corporate. Don't like it. You ever get lonely on the road?
Lonely? I wouldn't think so. I went from life in the regiment, to life in the pack, to life on the road with you. I haven't had time to be lonely.
He pauses, reddening slightly as he looks at you curiously.
Unless, wait. What did you mean exactly?
Are we interested in Ifan? Are we interested in Ifan? I'm gonna say no. Just making conversation.
Yes. Of course.
Alright, so Alexander's alive. Weren't you contracted to kill him?
Yes. But if he's God-woken like us, maybe for now, just maybe, it's good fortune that he's still breathing. The Lone Wolves were tasked with killing God-woken. So if we want to find out who's hunting us, we'll need to track down my old pack to get some answers.
Let's see here. That sounds like a good plan to me, I think. I think we've come to... I think just based purely on the... It could be that Ifan does betray us. I don't know. I haven't played very far into the game. I've gotten as far as the next zone that we are about to arrive in after this ship. So it could be that he betrays us. And I don't know it, right? Don't tell me in the comments. Please do not tell me in the comments. I want to find out for myself. But I think that so far our character has built a level of trust with him, if only because we both don't like the Divine Order, and we were in complete agreement with his quest to kill Alexander. So maybe that trust is misplaced, but for now we're going to just say that this sounds like a good plan.
It does, doesn't it?
Okay, what do you think we should do now?
Set sail for Driftwood, I reckon. From there, we
Driftwood.
can track down my old pack and find out who's behind the contracts to kill Godwoken.
Driftwood is where we're supposed to be next. Okay.
He grunts approvingly. Side by side, you stare together at the wave-dashed horizon.
Wonderful. All right, now let's talk to Losa.
Pretty nice ship, eh? Captain Losa. Has a ring to it, doesn't it?
What do you think our next move should be?
I had a little chit-chat with Malady earlier. She told me I need to find someone to, exercise the thing in my noggin.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Apparently, I'll be able to find him near Driftwood, where we're heading. Exciting.
Okay. What do you make of the Seekers?
Depends which one. Most of them seem a little too earnest for my taste. But Malady, she's my kind of girl.
Interesting.
In any case, it looks like they're probably going to help me find out whatever's leeching off my magnificent brain. So I'm not too pressed about being in the same boat. Ha, the same boat.
I see what you did there. Okay, that got me a little bit. Apparently we have something on our mind.
Sure thing, Chief. What's up?
Look at her. I'm going to look at her with concern. Your eyes are looking worse, Losa.
She bats her eyelashes coquettishly over black eyes in grey sockets.
Just for you, Chief.
Where are you gonna go once all this is over?
You know, wherever the next road leads, I guess. I never was one to sit in one place too long. How about you? You missing home by now?
Let's see here. Let's see here. I feel like I think one would appeal to me if I think so like the when that I imagine our character would be alluding to here would be something along the lines of like before he became disillusioned with the whole divine order shtick, right? When he thought that, you know, they were actually an institution of justice and protection and all that stuff. I don't think he wants to return to that. I think the truth is more important to our character. And I feel like maybe part of that. I feel like because he lived a soldier's life, you know, he probably moved around a lot. So I think it would be accurate to say that we haven't really had a real home in years. I'm gonna go with that.
I hear you. I've always kind of felt like home isn't really a place or a time or anything like that. It's just a feeling you get. It's all in the mind.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I believe in any of that mystical yeah, I don't know if I believe in any of that mystical nonsense, Losa.
Nothing mystical about it, Chief. But you can't teach a blunt dog subtle tricks, so I won't waste my breath.
All right, I'll take my leave then. Okay, let's go ahead and talk with the people that we need to speak with. So we need to go below deck and interrogate Alexander. We could just go straight into the quarters here, but don't want to do that just yet. Oh, the quarters are over there, never mind. But I don't want to do that just yet. We want to interrogate Alexander. Oh! Is this for us? Is this for our stuff? I don't know. Ah, this is the quarters. Okay, we could just open it right away, but I want to interrogate Alexander, if at all possible. Empty bottle. Might come in handy, who knows? I think this Constance woman is probably in charge here. Okay, so who's in here? We got Magister Ranley and of course Alexander.
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Enough!
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
Ooh, can she barter? Doesn't really have anything worthwhile though.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody divine himself.
Apologies for the pause, I was taking a bit of a drink there.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
Let's see here. Let's take some concern. You seem to be in some pain. Were you injured during the taking of the ship?
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead.
Damn.
Arms held above my head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price.
That's awful. You guys seem to have a valuable bargaining chip in the form of Alexander now.
Or a big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The Hammer won't stand for that. She'll be hunting for us.
The Hammer. That's not foreboding or foreshadowing at all. Who's the other Magister prisoner? Is she anyone important?
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the imprisoned Magister.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now.
So is this where the Magisters would keep the Seeker prisoners locked up?
No. They had her stand below, chained up in the dark. But the Reds were up to something in here. Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks, but I swear I heard chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty.
Well, I would like you to open the gate for me. I want to find out if the prisoners know how to get the ship moving.
Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold, and the other one ain't in much of a talking mood.
Well, I have to try, so please open the gate now.
All right then, just don't make me regret it. Hope you find something useful.
Me too.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, caulker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions.
We need to get the ship moving now. You must know something.
Magister Ranley, caulker's mate of the...
Shut the hell up and listen for a moment. Your life depends on it.
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance.
We're gonna go with strength persuasion because I just, that's kind of in our character's role play. Also, I feel like it's probably gonna be the most successful. It's simple. Either you tell me what you know now, or I'll have to start playing rough. Woo!
There's a shift in the Magister's expression, a flicker of doubt. Then,
I'm a good Magister, loyal. But Dallas, something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common sorcerer. She used to sing to the ship. It let her control it. She had this old book of hymns and incantations. It was only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabin at the stern. That's all I know.
And that was good enough for me.
Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the divine.
You are alone, unarmed, and there's a ship full of seekers who'd happily throw you overboard. You are in no position to be making demands.
All right. Don't harm him. I'll be watching.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Ifan grabs you by the sleeve, not hard, but insistent.
Let me work on him. I've got questions that need answers. Answers I can only get from him.
All right. Out of respect for our companion, we will let him speak with Alexander.
Ifan approaches Alexander, who lies flat on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, Alexander's eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Ifan grabs him by the jaw and shakes, violently. Alexander's face contorts with agony and his eyes flutter, yet he doesn't return to consciousness.
Why did you trigger the death fog before the elves had a chance to escape? Why? Why?
Damn. Death fog, if you don't... I don't remember if we specifically encountered... if we specifically saw the death fog in the first couple of episodes, or if it was something that I encountered in one of my personal kind of like short stints with the game. But death fog is exactly what it sounds like. So think about Cloud Kill from like D&D, if that's what you're familiar with. It's like that, but worse.
No matter how loud Ifan shouts his questions, there is no response from the unconscious Alexander. He reaches his arm back and you realize he intends to punch Alexander in the face.
Alexander has this coming. We're gonna let it happen.
Ivan's fist connects with Alexander's cheekbone, and you hear the stomach-curdling crack of bone. Blood streams from Alexander's nose, yet he stirs not at all. Without a word, Ivan strides away.
Can we talk to him about that?
It's good to be on the open seas
He
again.
No.
grunts approvingly.
We cannot. That does remind me. We need to have Ifan speak with the squirrel.
Another giant speaks Quercus. No, never. I will pay it no notice. One of its troop has an air of nobility about it, but this one... ugh.
Interesting. One of us. Is he talking to me? Is he talking about me? Is he talking about somebody else? Whoa, there's a loose plank here. I never noticed this. Smoke grenade. Medium water resistance potion.
You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire,
All right.
but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win.
All right. Let's go ahead and try to open this door. So we should have the password. Let's do a quick save.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection.
I will raise my fist to knock.
The wood groans and creaks. For a moment, you swear a face appears in the wood. A face tortured and tormented, a six-sided shape carved upon its forehead. The face vanishes.
We can rattle, knock, or just state the password. I say we simply state the password. Fortitude.
The door remains closed. It seems you need more than a password to open it.
Interesting.
There's something to these doors I'm not seeing. But what?
Do you sell things? You do. Spontaneous combustion. Don't need it. Okay, anyway.
You're the Godwoken, right? Then maybe you can find a way through this damn door.
I'll certainly try. Okay, so we're missing something, clearly. What are we missing? What about this one?
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection.
Raise my fist to knock.
The wood groans and creaks. For a moment, you swear a face appears in the wood. A face tortured and tormented, a six-sided shape carved upon its forehead. The face vanishes.
I will state the password. Fortitude.
The word goes unheeded. You will need more than...
No entry allowed through the starboard stateroom door. Please use the port side door.
Okay.
The door remains unmarked. The thud of your fist upon the wood resonates deeper than you'd expected it to. It turns into what sounds like a moan, then echoes away into silence. The door remains closed. The door remains unmarked. The door remains closed.
More than a password, huh? Okay. So, let's see here. I feel like talking to the other door kind of gives us a lead, if I remember correctly.
No entry allowed through the...
No. Okay, hang on. Okay, so let's see here. Lady of War. Below decks, we found Dallas' stateroom. To enter, we must get past the two doors that bar the way. Okay. So if we're missing... So we need something more than just the password. I wonder what that would be. I don't think the Magister is going to be willing to give us more.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle.
Get a good look at the face.
Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop.
Inspect his hands.
Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells.
I'm gonna look closely at his simple regalia.
A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope.
I'll take that.
The gem sits heavily in your pouch.
Maybe we need a gem. Let's see here. Lady of War. The comatose Alexander had a rather peculiar gem on him. It might come in handy. Well, considering that it's under Lady of War, gee, I wonder what it's for.
The door remains unmarked.
Okay, I'm gonna hold the gem towards the door.
The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you and waits.
I will hold the gem to the six-sided shape carved in the figure's forehead. Oh my god, I completely missed that the first time, didn't I?
A shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden, all anguish is gone. It gives you the sternest of looks.
Uh-oh.
I am summoned. Speak the password.
Fortitude.
Yes, and yes again. The word is spoken. Welcome to the stateroom.
Thank you. Do a quick save.
Just
There's
one more moment, please.
There's a guy in here.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap and turns his full attention to you.
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks?
My companions and I have seized this ship from the Magisters. Who are you?
I'm a prisoner, of course. Do you think I'd be sitting here calmly if I was a Magister holdout?
That's fair.
That infernal Dallas woman left me trapped here, too weak to escape. It seems I'm in your debt.
Prisoners aren't usually held in the master cabin. Why were you here?
Dallas took a particular interest in me and my skills. I'm an expert in healing, crafting, and more arcane practices. She kept me here to do her bidding. Until you took her flagship from right under her nose, it seems.
Sounds like you were kept as her personal slave.
Oh, yes. And she could be a most cruel mistress, I'm sad to report.
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and discolored, as if it were magically decayed.
We are immediately sympathetic to this man. 100%. Anyone who is a victim of the Divine Order, in any sense, kind of immediately gets our sympathies.
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and I've ruined them in the process.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Well, the situation is looking immeasurably better now. You'll hear no more complaints from me. So why don't you tell me all about my valiant rescuers? To whom do I owe my thanks?
I'm an escapee, and I'm lucky to have made it this far.
You undersell yourself. The roster of those who stood up to the Magisters and lived to tell the tale is a short one. I ought to continue what I'm doing here. Unless there was anything else?
So what did Dallas have you do here?
Oh, cast spells, tinker with relics, meddle with the laws of nature. All the sorts of things power-hungry despots love to do. She had me enchanted dead cat over there, so it would seem alive.
Good God.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm, his eyes on you the whole time.
But that damn contraption that she used on me seems to have fogged my memory. The rest is a blur.
That memory loss is pretty convenient. Well, actually, you know what? We also don't like necromancy, so as much as this guy has our sympathies, we're also not a fan of the necromantic arts. You enchanted a dead cat? That sounds like necromancy.
No! Necromancy is an unsavory practice, not something to be trifled with lightly. This is but a cunning illusion of my own creation, nothing more.
His face abruptly creases into a smile.
But come now, enough of Dallas and dead cats. You've taken this ship and granted my freedom. This is a happy moment.
Well, hold on. I'm not done with my questions. What else did you do for Dallas?
I'm afraid I cannot tell you what I do not remember. Could you pass me that copper wire just there?
Okay. Sure.
He takes the copper with a nod of gratitude. His sleeve slips back above his elbow. In its crook, you see part of a tattoo. A pattern of concentric circles rendered in black.
Perhaps my memory will come back with time. But for now, I'm afraid there's little more I can add.
We could press him. But he could also be very dangerous, and this may not be a fight we want. So we'll turn to other matters for now. Let's see here. So the ship is immobile. Do you know what might be causing that?
Dallas didn't tell me anything if she could avoid it. But I did overhear her practicing an ancient lizard dialect. Significant, perhaps, don't you think?
Honestly, that doesn't really mean much to me.
Lizards apparently have ancient magic that allows them to control slaves that bear their mark by singing a song. Dallas must have had an interest in those techniques.
So that armor you're tinkering with, is that something that you took from the Magisters?
Took it? No, I made it. Have you seen the kind of metalwork the Magisters deploy? This is in a different class to them. As I said, the Magisters left me weakened. But this will help give me the strength to carry on my work.
So I take it you spent a lot of time with Dallas. What can you tell me about her?
Despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire the woman a little. She's unwavering. She will break before she bends. If you cross paths with her, be sure to break her. I doubt you will get another chance.
I see. Well, is he a merchant? He is a merchant. Oh my god, and he's got a lot of stuff. Wow. He's got so many things. Oh, and he's got he is a necromancer, actually. Oh my god, he is a necromancer. Oh, goodness gracious. He's got a lot of stuff. Wow. +1 to intelligence and warfare. Cool. He's got a lot of things here. I'm a fan of that. We unfortunately can't use any of these magical steel helms because, you know, if we change out any of our stuff, we need to change out like the full set because, you know, because of the enchantments on it. Okay, well, I think that is where we are going to call it for now. We have met an interesting fellow, but I think that's where we need to end things for the time being. We're coming up our time limit. Can we quick save in the middle of... I'm scared to pick number 1. I do want to call things here, but also I want to do number 1 real bad. Can I quick save in the middle of... Yes, I can. Okay, let's do number 1.
I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you, under rather trying circumstances. Why must you push me like this?
Well, you have a rather strange manner, strange abilities, and your tattoos. Something that doesn't add up. You're holding something back from me.
I'm more than a sum of my parts, friend, indeed. But I fear you might have come to the wrong calculation about me. How about you just let this matter rest?
I'm not perfect myself. It isn't for me to judge this one.
The Seekers are too trusting by half. We can't just let this healer go free.
Something tells me that he'll only bring us woe, but I can't judge him yet.
All right, well, we got 2 or 3 companions saying that maybe we should take it easy on him. Do we really want to pick a fight based on nothing but suspicion? Not based on nothing but a bad feeling? I feel like, given my character's role playing, I think it's only fair that we give him the benefit of the doubt because he was he's also a victim of the Magisters, the Divine Order in a way, right? Not to mention that 2 or 3 of our companions are like, maybe don't push this, right? So I think it only makes sense to offer a hand in friendship for the time being.
He takes your hand in his gauntlet-clad fist and shakes it. There's a lot more power in his grip than his slender frame would suggest.
Call me Tarquin, and consider me at your service.
Well, you can trust me if there's something you want to get off your chest, my friend.
We're barely acquainted. Why should I tell you anything personal?
I like number 2. Dallas put you through a lot. If you want revenge against her, then you would be wise to be honest with us. We could help each other.
A flicker of hesitation crosses Tarquin's face. He glances down to his wasted limbs.
You're most persistent. Perhaps our paths will pit us both against the hammer. We will see. But don't claim me as an ally just yet. My allies tend to die.
Very well, we will return to other matters for now. Okay. And that'll do it, I think. So, in the next episode, we will take a look around Dallas's room here and see what there is to see what there is to get, see if we can find that book of hymns that will allow us to control the ship, and of course, loot this place for all it's worth. This pyramid over here is important, just so you know. But that will do it for the time being. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this video brought you some joy. Now please, go spread that joy to others. Bye for now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, bye.